Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Linda Beard, author of the upcoming book and podcast host of Bold Enough. Thank you for allowing me to come into your world another week as we talk about Bold Enough to Love. This week we are talking about romantic love. So, where am I today? Am I ready to be in a romantic relationship? So, all of you out there, my audience, my bold enough audience, and those of you that are coming into the fold, know that love is meant to be a beautiful thing. It is not to be harsh and brash and manipulative, one-sided. You may have had that experience. I definitely have had mine. But don't give up on it. Be bold enough to love again. If you find yourself as one of those individuals bashing women or bashing men, heal. Heal from those past relationships because there's someone, the right person, on the other side. So as I start this journey and I'm open to love again, but it has to be the right person. So how do you know what is the right person? I can't entirely say to you that I have all the answers to that, but what I can tell you is I have a list of things that are important to me, but I bet I'm not too far off of what's important for you, whether you're a man or you're a woman. So as I now know what bad relationships can be, you know, the opposite has to be better. And so I want to make sure, number one, all the hard work that I have done, that I am loved for me. So if I cannot be my authentic self, or I feel that I'm moving away from my authentic self, that is not the right man for me. If you cannot be yourself, it's not the right man, it's not the right woman. Why in the world would I go back to being someone I am not? Why would I go back to people pleasing after all of this hard work and I'm loving my life? I'm loving who I am. I have peace. I have joy. I've set healthy boundaries. Why would I give it up? I won't. Don't you give up your authentic self for love that is not everlasting. Don't do it. Love yourself enough first that you will stay true to you. I know that it gets lonely out there and you want a relationship now. Wait. Wait for what is right. Otherwise, you will have more pain. That other person will have more pain. And the layers and the baggage keep continuing to build up. Don't do it. So make sure that you can be your authentic self. If you find yourself slipping away from that, then you either regroup and be you. And if you can't do that, back out, move away, and just speak what is true. I'm sorry. I can't be in this relationship. I feel like I can't be me. Who knows? Maybe you'll help the other person. Maybe they're not being them either. But you are responsible for you. You are responsible for your happiness. And you have to love yourself to be happy. I want to be able to be vulnerable. Most people don't. But once you become bold enough to be you, it's okay to be vulnerable because you're having conversation. You're communicating honestly. You want to be able to discuss everything with this person that you want to be your partner in a romantic relationship. If you can't ask questions, if you can't have two-way conversations, you can't allow yourself to be vulnerable, and you know that person is not going to judge you, if you can't, it's an indicator that this is probably not the right relationship. Because as you get to know this person down the road in that relationship, you're not going to be happy. You're going to end up communicating with someone else outside of that relationship because you are not heard. They're not hearing you. You don't feel like you can be authentic, and it keeps piling and piling and piling up. You just don't want to go there. So as I am meeting different people, I keep top of mind, love myself first, be authentic. If they can accept me for me, then that's a good path to keep going. If I can have all types of conversation and be vulnerable about my past, what I like today, and what I want to do in the future. I am not going to sacrifice who I am and what I want to do. Is that person supportive of that, or are they not? These are things that you want to ask yourself. Does the person have integrity? I spoke about in prior relationships, every last man cheated on me. Now, so as I look at it today, and I'm asking questions and getting to know someone, I actually am also weighing what is their integrity in certain situations. Do I want integrity in some areas and not in other areas? At the end of the day, I am not putting high expectations on someone else. I'm putting expectations on what I want for me in order to have a free love of intimacy and longevity with that person. So I am doing what is for me. And this is a good area or good opportunity right now to talk about this. And this is a decision that I have made. I believe that it is a very wise decision because, again, I've come out of the healing. I've done the hard work. I know who I am. I'm loving myself first. I do not want anything emotionally as far as intimacy or sexually. So let me explain that a little bit to get in the way of my path of finding that right person. So I spoke about being lonely, and sometimes lonely gets us into trouble because we jump and we feel that we're in a relationship and we're really not, or we will give of ourselves in a sexual way to somebody else that we really don't even know. And what that does, it gives you a speed bump over the hump and into a level of emotional attraction, physical attraction, when you don't even know the person. And it's hard to go back. So for me, I am not looking for sex. I'm looking for intimacy. And so that is one of my principles is don't look for sex, look for intimacy. You can only be intimate when you actually love and know the person to the best of your ability. Of course, you're going to continue to know them as you're together, but be in a committed, exclusive relationship to have intimacy, not just sex. That's for me. But I'm really wanting you to think about that because most of this bashing that's happening between men and women is because you're feeling that someone took from you, took advantage of you. We have a responsibility. I have a responsibility to love myself, to be authentic, to be vulnerable, to ask questions. I also want someone in that whole integrity rim that I can trust. I want to feel secure. So, to my audience, what does that mean? For me, it means that I want to know that someone has my back. I want to know that that person, if I was down on my luck, is there for me. I want to feel protected. I am a very, very independent woman. I am a healthcare executive. I have a business. But I still want my mate to make me feel secure. I want to be protected. That's important. So I know there's a lot of conversations that women are becoming more masculine, and there's a lot of reasons behind that. But at the end of the day, as an independent woman, I'm speaking for myself. I want at my core to be loved and feel secure and to be protected by the person, the man that I am going to be in a committed, exclusive relationship with.